Welcome. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and welcome to episode 2 of Walking a Mile with Max, where I am trying to stay creative and hold myself accountable to be staying healthy. Because if you don't know, in the first episode of Walking a Mile with Max, I talked about why I created this podcast was because I went to the ER, had some breathing issues, which, as you can tell, I'm kind of out of breath, but I'm on mile 3, I do believe, or getting ready to start mile 3. And I vowed to promise myself, or however you want to put it, that I would never feel that way again, because I was scared and worried and frustrated and just everything in between, because I just don't feel like that, and I don't ever want to feel like that. So I created this podcast because I like to talk about things that I love, which is video games and books and movies and games and music on the rare occasion. So I think instead of just sitting down in my basement, I just go be healthy and walk around and talk and have you listen to me be out of breath, which is another goal of mine, is to start from episode 1 and wherever I end up, see like how I sound and how I feel and just overall kind of how things have regressed. Because when I checked into the ER on August 30th, 2020, I weighed 363 pounds, and then when I just weighed myself maybe a couple days ago on weigh day, I weighed 343 pounds. So I am so feeling a huge momentum, and like I feel happy, I feel good, I just everything in between. I just feel better, just overall better. I cannot stress that enough on how good I feel. I just feel like I have more energy to do things. I have more of a want to go do things and just accomplish more things, which is why I could not wait to do this podcast again, to talk, just walk and talk and about the things that I want to talk about. And in doing so, I could not figure out for the life of me what to talk about for episode 2 until I figured it out. Last night, I finally pulled the trigger and pre-ordered the Scream Factory Deluxe Box Edition of Friday the 13th, which includes all the movies on Blu-ray with so many new special features, which someone who loves special features is just a haven for what is about to come in October. So I cannot wait, with all new commentaries and behind the scenes and what else, all new cut of films in general, because I think one of them has the I'm trying to think, the gore cut of New Beginnings or something like that, or whatever, which one has the sleeping bag death scene in it. I think that's the one that has the new gore cut. I could be wrong. But I look forward to everything in between, because I just want to talk about the box sets that I own. That's what my first episode of me actually having something to say on here will be talking about, is the box sets that I own. I own quite a few. Some I wish were a little bit better. Some I wish I had custom boxes for, or they came in a box set. But overall, I have quite a few. One being the other really fantastic Scream Factory Deluxe Box Edition of Halloween, which includes, I think the selling point for that one is the producer's cut of Halloween 6, I do believe, the one with Paul Rudd, and like basically like explaining why Michael is the way he is. So but and also comes with like a kind of a nice little booklet, and just the artwork is just fantastic, which goes back to the Friday the 13th box set that I just pre-ordered. That artwork, I cannot wait to display it. And also, what makes the Shout Factory box sets nice is that they're individual cases, and I absolutely love having individual cases. And that just because my Nightmare on Elm Street one is not individual cases. It's like the one that has a white cover and Freddy on the front and something like that. And I mean, that's a good box set, but I really hope we get one from Freddy and Hellraiser as well, even though the Hellraiser movies really dipped in quality, because I did those for my 31 Days of Fright last year, and I just cannot wait to see what the next big deluxe box set comes out from Shout Factory. But moving on is that I'm currently watching X-Files, and I'm currently almost done with season 4. Sorry, I was trying not to burp. And I think about having an episode and a half left before I'm done, because I've had this box set for a couple of years now, and I am dragging my feet completing it because I'm a huge X-Files fan, but I just need to just watch it, and I'm kind of powering through it, but at a pace that I feel like I'm enjoying it. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I need to finish this box set so I can justify buying another box set or something like that. So I can't wait to finish that, or like fully put the nail in the coffin on that one and start a whole other one. So, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, talking about kind of the lackluster box sets that I have, is Friday the 13th. I got the From Crystal Lake to Manhattan box set, which each movie or each disc has like 2 films on it, and the final disc in the box set is just a bunch of throwaway special features, some interviews and stuff like that. Nothing really substantial in the long run, but I'm gonna keep it just because who bought it for me and stuff. And it's a nice looking box set to me. If you put it on the shelf, the spine is just solid black with red lettering. I think it looks really nice on the shelf. So, but just in terms of I have to have special features to really justify buying a huge box set, because even with the X-Files ones, they have pretty good commentaries. They have inside looks of a few of the key episodes from the season, and it's just really cool. I can't stress enough that what really makes a break or buy a box set for me is special features. Just sometimes early on when I started buying movies or wanting to collect movies, I just wanted it because I wanted a movie, or just because I haven't seen that movie in a while. But nowadays there's collector's editions of everything coming out. I'm starting to buy Arrow releases, or Arrow video. and it's just like, oh, where have all these been all my life? So, but when it comes to movies or TV shows that don't have box sets that I would like to have custom box sets made for, is like the Hatchet trilogy and Victor Crowley. I think that'd be pretty cool to have one for, and as well as the Guild, the Felicia Day web series. I think that would be pretty cool as well. But I also own like really cool box sets of like just individual films, where like I have like 4 or 5 different cuts of the movie and stuff like that. I have that really nice, I think it's the Anchor Bay Dawn of the Dead one, which I really, really want to buy that 4K Dawn of the Dead box set so bad. Maybe as a kind of a goal of mine, if I lose so much weight by then, I'll buy it. But I've already pre-ordered this one, so I can't really justify it quite right yet. So, and then I have the Watchmen, and I would like to have that as a box set as well. Kind of have like the theatrical directors and the ultimate cut, and kind of like a really cool looking box. So, and I was really, and then there's some movies that I need to complete for my box sets. Like I need to get House 3 and 4 because I own the first 2 houses. It's a horror film, not the TV show with about the doctor, obviously. But I just stuff like that, which when I look at my movies and how I display things, and I just think box sets are just cleaner and crispier to display things. I have like all the orange bricks for Dragon Ball Z, and the blue one for Dragon Ball, and GT, which I have not decided if I was going to start that one. That may be next year's project, is finished all that up. But that's really about it on box sets. I don't really own that many, but the ones I do own are really nice, and somehow I got dirt cheap. Like I think I mentioned for the Halloween deluxe, I got it for like $70. So even the X-Files one, I managed to get pretty decent price on it. So, or at least a price I can justify buying. So, which for 10 seasons, 24 episodes, basically per season, minus like I think 10 or 6 or something like that for the event. So $100, pretty good. So trying to think. I've recently bought, in the realm of games, is Maneater, where you play as a shark and try to avenge your mom, who was captured and killed on this reality TV show, like kind of like in the vein of Deadliest Catch and Dangerous Catch and stuff like that, or Deadliest Catch or whatever, stuff like that. And you kind of mutate and grow, and it's just kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of fun, and I cannot wait to kind of continue that. And as well as I'm playing Ghostbusters Remastered. Oh, I'm having a lot of fun with that one. And I kind of find myself playing games here lately on casual, or like kind of the lowest difficulty, just because I am definitely not that type of player who likes to challenge himself when it comes to video games, because video games is a great escape for me. I really don't want to be frustrated with a video game, so that's kind of why I like to play them on lower difficulty. But most of the time I just go straight for normal or kind of moderate, or whatever the in-between ish difficulty. Like when I first played Last of Us Part 2, I played on the on moderate right away, which was had its moments, but overall I thought it was pretty well balanced. And I didn't even know about all the modifiers and stuff like that. So once I beat that game, on my second playthrough and all my trophy runs, I was just like, explosive arrow left and right. So I think that's going to conclude today's podcast. I cannot wait to have a progress update for next week's episode, and hopefully I will still keep this positive attitude going and everything else. I'm so proud of myself. I mean, I really am. Even if no one listens to this, just more for sake for me, like past Max talking to future Max. So that's it. Please click subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified, hit that like button, and that's it. Just thank you for listening to me be out of breath, terrible audio, and just me rambling on about movies and a couple games. So thank you. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and this has been Walking a Mile with Max.